Is y'all cool for real? That man absolutely did that on purpose, and it is absolutely creepy.
The fact that she's sitting there saying bullshit like, oh, it's a man's world, I'm sorry. But if the shoe was on the other foot and a man had conducted himself in such a way, showing up to a person's house as a DoorDash driver and letting himself in, to then film a half-naked woman in the privacy of her own home to post it to the entirety of the internet, he would have already been in the back of a cop car. But
not everyone is going to agree with this. The guy knew what he was doing.
So guys, in today's video, we are going to be talking about the DoorDash girl who was fired by DoorDash. If you don't know the company called DoorDash, DoorDash is like a courier company that people register and then you deliver food to different neighborhoods in America. So this lady, on that fateful day, she went to do her job, and when she got to the place where she would keep the food or deliver the food, she met a man naked. His door was wide open and he was sleeping. So she took a screenshot of the man, videoed the man, did the video and posted it online with the man's address on TikTok, but the video was taken down, and she came out and she said that she was essayed by that man, and the instruction was for her to keep the food at the front of the door and leave immediately, but she didn't do that. So many persons have been having two reactions about this. Some persons are saying she was essayed, some persons are saying that the man knew what he was doing, while some persons are saying that the lady just wants to put the man in problem, and why would she post his picture online? So we are going to be watching people's reaction, then I'll come back to give my 2 cents.
So I finally saw the original DoorDash video, and I have to say that the levels that y'all are willing to go to defend predatory behavior is insane. There is literally not one single shred of evidence that can be found on the internet of her opening that man's door or walking in his house. It doesn't exist. I'm watching people go back and forth in comment section. The closest thing that you'll find to that is this. And this is a cropped picture of the video. They clearly cropped it so that you couldn't see that the door was wide open and that man was sitting there butterball ass naked. And now people are saying, oh, well, she didn't have to go directly that way. If she didn't go all the way over to the left, she wouldn't have seen nothing. Is y'all cool? I need to know right now. Is y'all cool for real? That man absolutely did that on purpose, and it is absolutely creepy.
Not everyone is going to agree with this. The guy knew what he was doing. Listen, the guy knew what he was doing. The DoorDash girl, she was not essayed. She was wrong for what she did. She was wrong for putting it on the internet. She was right to be fired. I'm on all y'all's side on that. But the guy knew what he was doing. I saw the original video. I think Shiraz or somebody, I don't know how to say his name, has the original video. Y'all can go find it. But you can see that the door is propped open. You see where she puts the food down. She's walking away. You see her shadow. The door didn't swing back shut. She didn't open the door. The door was open. He did it on purpose. Do I think she was wrong? 100%. But did I think he did that he did it on purpose? That he left that door open on purpose and all the things? Yes, he did.
What happened to men being such intentional beings? Like, guys, if he wanted to, he would, which is why he had himself exposed when the DoorDash order arrived. And if he wanted to, he would, which is why he probably checked to see who his driver was, which is what the app does for you, right? It tells you who's coming to drop off your order. He saw a woman was delivering his order. He exposed himself on his couch because he wanted to, and he would. And there you go. She's a victim of a sexual crime, but of course the internet has to poke holes in it, essentially finding new ways to ask questions like, well, what time of day was it and what were you wearing? By saying shit like, well, no, guys, there's more to the story, and starting bullshit rumors. Like, no, I've seen the other video when there's no other video. It's actually just a screenshot of the door on the side of it. Like, I've seen, like, already victims of sexual crimes have such a hard time coming out and talking about their stories because the standard at which you have to reach in order to be considered a victim is so fucking unattainable. It's so high. The law doesn't believe you sometimes, most of the time. Police won't believe you most of the time. Somehow, some way, even with proof and the person telling us the story, you guys have exceeded that standard. It is.
Do you want to see what modern feminism does to a person's brain?
Man's world. I'm the victim. Remember, I'm the victim.
The fact that this person cannot understand that not only is she not the victim, right, that she's the perpetrator, the fact that there are no lights flashing in her head saying, hey, take accountability, what you did was absolutely atrocious. The fact that she's sitting there saying bullshit like, oh, it's a man's world, I'm sorry, but if the shoe was on the other foot and a man had conducted himself in such a way, showing up to a person's house as a DoorDash driver and letting himself in, to then film a half-naked woman in the privacy of her own home to post it to the entirety of the internet, he would have already been in the back of a cop car. But the reason why she's not comprehending this is because she has been sold the lie of modern day feminism that being born a woman means that you are an inherent victim. If you feel violated for any reason, then you are automatically violated. Should we forget that feminists have openly stated that women who sleep with a man and then regret it later have been essayed, right? They have diluted the meaning of it so much, and it's so terrible because it makes it that much harder for actual victims. Actual victims have come on this app begging this girl to stop using that terminology because it's just going to make it harder for those who have actual valid complaints of this taking place, right?
So guys, my 2 cents in this video is that both the guy and both the girl, they're in the wrong. Now, listen. The guy, some persons are saying he was intoxicated, he was drunk. We don't know that for sure. But for me personally, my personal opinion is that she was given an instruction, keep the food at the doorstep and leave immediately. That was the instruction. That was what she's supposed to do. Okay, you found somebody naked inside his house. What were you supposed to do? You're supposed to have, even though you had taken screenshot of the person, you're supposed to have called the police or reported it to the police. And you coming out to the internet and saying you were essayed, that is another, I don't even understand where that is coming from. Because how were you essayed? You were not even touched. The guy was unconscious. He might have done that deliberately, but we don't know. But you coming out and saying you were essayed, you're a victim, you are this, you are that, DoorDash is wrong, this, that. How will you, okay, if it was a woman, will you have done the same thing? If it was a woman that was in that position, would you have done the same thing? She's wrong.